morning, everyone. It is Brad from YogaPod with an Ashtanga practice coming up for you. So today, just kind of keeping with the theme that we've worked with in the last little bit, working on the Ashtanga primary postures, primary series postures, but then also really working on the time frame that we have for our practice. And so today, 45 minutes. However, I know that a lot of you are looking for a longer practice today, so I thought that maybe what we could do today is maybe a higher level Ashtanga practice, so kind of a larger push. At the same time, thinking in terms of adding an arm balance or two in there just for the fun of it, and then working on some handstands after practice. So it'll be a complete practice up to the 45-minute mark there, give or take, and then after that we'll move on to some kind of some handstand work, or maybe some kind of, in a way, like a workshop-y practice that you could do periodically. If you're working on your handstands, if it's part of your practice, then you'd be able to do that whenever. So that's the idea, that's the options for you today. You know, obviously making sure to engage your bandhas, so really working on muscular energy in order to like heat up the core muscles inside the body, but at the same time thinking about the bandhas that go around our wrists and our ankles and all of the major joints. And so when you're in a posture, really engage the muscles that surround the bigger the joints, so that they can start to really push some extra blood, some extra nutrients into the joint at the same time. So we don't want to necessarily move too much on cold joints, and so we want to really heat them up. In this practice, Ashtanga, it's not done generally in a heated room, and so we have to do that with our breathing, that ujjayi, that thick breath, but also at the same time thinking in terms of creating muscular energy around the joints. And so that in many ways is how we, I think, one of the most useful definitions or most useful ways of thinking about the bandhas. And then one last thing, just thinking in terms of setting a nice soft gaze with your face, so that you're not adding any excess or unnecessary stress to it. All right, so let's go ahead and get ready to go. It looks like I might need to do a little something with the camera, but so right now let's just go ahead and start in a seated posture. So come down to either lotus, half lotus, or sukhasana, or you can also take a more of a come onto the knees, sitting on your heels. All right, so I'll be right with you, and we'll get ready to roll. So deepening the breath, allowing the breath to, again, I used the word thick a moment ago, like you're breathing nice and dense. Letting the pelvic floor, the 4 points of the pelvic floor, both sitting bones, pubic bone and tailbone, let them feel as if they have weight and density. And then let your spine be more of a column of lifted energy. It almost culminates in a blossoming at the roof of the mouth towards the root of the palate at the back of the mouth. When you inhale, feel yourself become a little bit taller, lifting up out of the floor. And then on your exhales, become just a little bit taller yet. And then from here, Let's go ahead and just gently open up the eyes. And then we'll come to stand at the front of the mat and get ready to roll. Let's go ahead and start with our invocation. We'll do it all together, beginning and ending with Om. Deep breath. Vande Gurunam Charanarvinde Sandar Shita Svatma Sukha Vabode Nishrayase Jangalikaya Mane Samsara Hala Hala Moha Shantiae Abahu Purushakaram Shankachikara Sidarinam Sahasra Shirsam Shvetam Pranamami Patanjalim. From the mat, Samastihiti, nice and rooted in the floor, make it strong. Same thing, 4 points of the pelvis pressing down, at the same time lifting up through the top of the skull. So your Namaskar, Ekam, arms come up, press the palms together, look up, and then very exhale, folding forward. Inhale, Trini, lift chin up off the chest. As you exhale to Chaturanga Dandasana, step back or float back, low push up. Pancha, inhaling up dog. And shot, exhaling down dog. One. Two. 3, 4, last breath, inhaling. Finish out the exhale, pressing the breath, look forward, float or step to the front, Sapta, inhale, lift chin from chest, Ashta, exhale, fold, Nava, inhale, rise up, exhale, arms to the side, Samastihiti. Ekam, inhale. And then today, exhale. Trini, inhale, lift your chin up off your chest. Shift weight into the hands, exhale. Chaturanga. Up dog, inhale, lift the heart. Down dog, exhale. Lift the hips up. 1. 2. 3. 4. One more. Pressing the breath. And 5. Stepper float. Sapta, inhale, lift chin. Ashta, exhale, fold. Nava, inhale, rise up. Samastihiti. Ekam, inhale. And then today, exhale, folding forward. Draw the chin in at last. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, Chaturanga. Up dog, inhale. Down dog. Exhale. 1. 2. So muscularly strong legs. I've been trying to press down through my heels so that I really am anchoring in, even lifting my toes up but I notice there's wrinkles in my ankles because of the angles of the ankles. And so from there, I'm trying to do all those same things. Feel the lift of the toes, but then trying to lift up out of my ankles, trying to remove some of those wrinkles, and it usually makes my legs super engaged. One more breath, inhale. As you exhale, press the breath, bend the knees, float or step. Inhaling, lift chin from chest, Sapta. Exhaling, Ashta, fold. Nava, inhale, rise up. Samastihiti. Again, arms up. And exhale, folding. Lift chin from chest. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Pancha, up dog, look at your nose. Down dog. Exhale, hips to the sky. Towards the navel. Long arms, long legs. 2. 3. 4. One more breath. Finishing the exhale. Step or float forward. Inhale, lift heart. Exhale, fold deep. Rising. Samastihiti. Ekam, inhale. Dvai, exhale, fold. Trini, inhale, lift chin. Exhale, Chaturanga. Chaturanga. Up dog, inhale. And then down dog. Exhale, hips towards the sky. 1. 2. 3. 4. Press the breath. And 5, forward. Lift heart. Fold. Rising up. Surya Namaskar, Utkatasana. Weight to the heels, arms up. And do I fold, hands down. Trini, lift chin up off chest. Shift weight to the hands, lift up. Chaturanga. Up dog. Roll the heart open. Down dog. Hips to the sky, right foot forward. Back foot flat. Inhale, warrior 1, arms come up. Exhale, place the hands, Chaturanga. Up dog, expanding. Down dog, hips high. Left foot forward. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, hands down. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. 5 breaths. 2. 3. 4. Finishing your exhale. And 5, forward. Lift heart. And then fold, exhale. Utkatasana. Weight to the heels, arms up. Samastihiti. Ekam, inhale, reach. Indvay, exhale, palms down. Trini, lift your chin. Shift weight forward, Chaturanga. Up dog, inhaling. Down dog, exhale. Right foot forward, back foot flat. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands down. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Left foot forward. Inhale, Exhale, chaturanga. Pancha, inhale. Shot, exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Press the breath out. And 5. Floater step. Head up on inhale. Fold as you exhale. Utkatasana, inhale. Arms come up. Samastihiti. Ekam, tail down, heels down, lift. And lay, fold, hands down. Inhale, shift way forward, press the hands. Exhale, chaturanga. Up dog, lift the heart. Down dog, lift the hips. Right foot forward, lift the arms. Inhale. Exhale, hands down. Chaturanga. Lift chin, throat, pull the ears back. Exhale, hips high. Left foot forward. Inhale, lift your spirits. Exhale. Expanding. Hips high. Coiling. 1, 2, 3, 4. Finish the exhale. And 5. Forward. Lift heart. And fold. Utkatasana, arms up. Samastihiti, exhale. Again, arms up. Palms flat. Lift chin. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Right foot forward. Warrior 1. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands down. Up dog. And then down dog. Left foot forward. Inhale, arms up. Exhale. And hips high. 1, 2, 3, 4. Finish the exhale. And 5. Forward. Inhale. Fold exhale. Utkatasana. Arms up. Exhale, samastihiti. Last one. Inhale the chair. Exhale to fold. Inhale, lift chest and chin. Exhale, chaturanga. Up dog, expanding. Down dog. Right foot forward. Inhaling, arms up. Exhaling. Navara. Dasha. Left foot. Inhale, Akadasha. Exhale, Devadasha. Inhale, Trayodasha. Exhale, Chaturasha. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 forward. Pancha shot, inhale. Shoulder shot, exhale. Saptarasha Utkatasana. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, Samastihitihi. Paralisasana. Hands to the waist, feet float apart, hip width distance, lift the heart up. Fold as you exhale, and grab your big toes. Ekam, inhale, lift chin up off the chest. And exhale, fold forward, head heavy. And then activate through the joints. Hug the hips strong. Same thing with the thighs, quadriceps. Push into the floor, lift the hips towards the sky. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, lift chin up off the chest. Exhale, Padahastasana. Hands underneath, fingertips point back. Ekam, inhale, lift chin up off the chest. Dve, exhale, fold deeply forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, lift Trini. Exhale, hands to the waist. Inhale, come up. Feet together, Samastihiti. Utthita Trikonasana, right foot steps or floats back towards the back of the mat. Right arm long. As you exhale, reach forward, find your big toe. Peace sign fingers, thumbs. Press back through your kidneys, open up through the front of the heart. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, coming up, Trini. And exhale, extending forward and Chaturanga. Firm the legs. Again, support the joints, muscularly lifting quadriceps. 1. Push down through your front big toe and lift up out of the back of the ankle. 3, 4, 5. Up on inhale, revolved. That's 5. Exhale, extending, left arm long, and hand out to the floor. Use a brick or modify, spin the heart open. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look down, arms up, inhale, reaching. Wow. As you exhale, right arm long, left arm up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look down. Inhale up. And then front of the mat, Samastihiti. Utthita Parsva Konasana, extended side angle. Step right foot. Bend the right knee deep. Hand down to the floor, fingertips. Palm eventually, fingertips will work. And then left arm long. 1, 2, 3. Look towards your palm. 4, 5. Inhale, coming up, Trini. Rotate both of your feet as you exhale. Chaturanga, left hand down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, coming up, Pancha. Turn towards the back of the mat, maybe up onto your back toes. As you exhale, bend your right leg, hand down to the outside of your front foot. Right arm up and over. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Look down. Inhale, coming up. As you exhale, maybe up onto your back toes, right arm reaching. Wrap the shoulder across, left arm long. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Up on inhale. Samastihitihi, exhale. Prasarita Padottanasana, step your right foot back. I'm going to do my left, hands to the waist. As you exhale, fold forward. Palms down. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, fold. Head down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, Trini, lift your heart. Exhale, hands back to the waist. Inhale, come on. And exhale. Part B, hands stay at the waist. Inhale, lift the heart up, drop the tail down. Exhale, day, fold forward. Keep the hands here, inner thighs spinning back. So we want to feel our hands kind of drawing our groin back a little bit. At the same time, think about softening the hip flexor muscles. Now quadriceps are strong, rolling back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up on inhale. Exhale, anchor down. Arms come out, inhale. Drop the thumbs, interlace your fingers. The palms are apart, away from one another. Shoulders back, lift heart. Exhale, full, folding forward. Drop the shoulders, drop the head. Look towards the ceiling. Feel the fingertips draw towards the floor. Little fingers, ring fingers might move away from one another. 2, 3, 4, 5. Up on inhale. Exhale, hands back to the waist. Inhale, lift the heart up. Exhale, fold deeply forward. Grab your big toes, peace sign, fingers, thumbs. Make sure your thumbs included. Lift chin up off the chest. Exhale, head to the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, look up. Exhale, hands to the waist. Inhale, come up. Exhale to the front, Samastihitihi. Parshvattanasana, take your arms out to the outside, drop your thumbs down, palms together behind the heart. Step your right foot back, rotate towards the back of the mat. Extra breath, inhale, lift heart, chin up off chest. Exhale, chin towards your shin, front big toe, rooting in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up on inhale. Rotate towards the front of the mat. As you take a deep inhale, lean back a little bit. Stretch out the front of the right hip. As you exhale, charge your front leg. Chin towards your shin. So again, try to lift up out of the ankle. Lift up out of the knee. 2, 3, 4, 5. Up on inhale. And then exhale to the front. Samastihitihi. Aditasta Parangistasana. So hands to the waist, bringing your elbows back. And then from here, reach down, grab your big toe. Peace sign, fingers, thumbs. Ekam, inhale, reach your right leg forward. Left rib cage wraps and dve, folding in towards your front foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Stand up straight, inhale. Exhale, open to the right, look towards the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale forward. Exhale, squeeze in. Inhale, charge your core. Release the foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Release. Right foot's down. Root the right leg. Lots of strength. Reach down. Find your left. Inhale. Extend the leg. Exhale. Fold in. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, stand up. Exhale, open to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Forward on inhale. Exhale, squeeze in. Inhale, stand up. Float the foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Release the foot down to the floor. 8, come arms come up. And then dry fold, hands flat. Trini, lift chin up off chest. Exhale, Chaturanga, low push up. Pancha, up dog. Shine. Exhale, down dog. Let's go ahead and go to Utkatasana. Weight to the heels, arms up. So from here, anchor the tailbone down more than maybe you're normally used to. Bring weight back into the heels. Bring chin towards your chest. Lift the sides of the body up so it feels like you're in an awkward pose. It's like awkward squared. Lift the back of the shoulders. Drop the tail, weight to the heels. Then from there, palms together. Keep the coiling of the lower back. Now lift up, curvature in your upper back. 4, and then 5. Hands down. So first arm balancing. Posture here, Bakasana crane if you'd like to. Crow pose, another name for that. Or if you're ready for your first handstand option, maybe it's just a kick. It's just getting the idea installed. So maybe the left leg comes up and you float up. Maybe you hop up with both. Go ahead, lift up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Chaturanga Dandasana. Up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. And then flip forward and set down, facing the front of the mat. And I'm going to rotate mine. There we go. And then Dandasana, staff posture. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Paschimottanasana. Inhale, lift chin. Exhale, big toes. Lift your heart up. Inhale. Exhale, elbows wide. Try to keep strength in your upper back. So try not to collapse forward. Instead, keep that lifted disposition. 3, 4, and then 5. Lift your chin up a little bit more. Exhale, thumb to the big toe knuckle. Reach on the outside. Lift, chin up off the chest. Noble, dignified expression. As you exhale, fold deeply forward without curling your upper back. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, lift the chin. Exhale, bring your chin towards your chest. Purvottanasana. Tailbone reaching, lifting up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Hips come down. Cross your ankles. Let's take a vinyasa. Hands out in front. Step back or float. Up dog. And down dog. And then from here, Janu Shirsasana A. Float forward, sit down. Legs out in front. Bring your right knee in towards your armpit. Open it up to the side. Reach for your front foot. Inhale. Exhale, folding. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Inhale, look up. Exhale, release. Just lifting. Lift up. Second side. Left knee drawn in. Open up to the side. Inhale. Lift your heart forward. Reach for your front foot. Exhale, folding. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, lift your chin. Exhale, release. Vinyasa this time. Cross your ankles, plant your hands, lift up, step back or float back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Up dog. And then down dog. Press the breath out, float forward, sit down. Marichyasana. A. Some of these postures are like brushing your teeth. You should just do them every time you practice. Marichyasana is one of them. Right arm comes up, reach forward. Drop your thumb, reach back, find your other hand. Lift the heart forward, forward fold. Look at your big toe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, look up. Exhale, release. And so we'll throw a little arm balance in here. Let's move the thing out of my way here. So from this posture here, take your left foot and then draw it back behind your right heel. Look forward. Lift your right leg out and then come up. Kundalini-asana, left leg back. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Chaturanga, up dog, down dog, left side, seated, and then right leg out in front. Hugging the knee back, inhale, left arm, reach way out in front, drop your thumb, reach back for your bind. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, look up. Exhale, releasing. Bring your left elbow in. Right heel back behind. Look forward. Lift up. Right leg back. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog, and then seated. A bit of Ardha Matsyendrasana, so our twist. Left knee straight out in front, right ankle over, right hand back, left arm up, reaching across. Hand can come to the hip, or slide the hand forward. Find your knee or bind, big toe. Look over the shoulder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look forward. Inhale, exhale. Now come up onto your left sitting bone. Right ankle stays across. Then from there, taking left arm over again. We're taking Kundalini-asana A, so we're cross-legged. From here, hands come down to the floor. Lift up both legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Chaturanga, up dog, then down dog, seated. So this time taking left knee in, right knee straight out in front, left ankle across, right arm up, inhale. Drop your thumb, hand to the hip, or bring it across, hand towards the knee. and lift the heart up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Look forward. It's the same thing. Come up onto your right heel just to set your orientation. Shoulder across. Lean weight forward. Lift up both legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Chaturanga. Up dog. And then down dog. And then from there, float forward, set down. And legs straight out in front of you. Let's do a Baddha Konasana. So separate the knees, bring heels together. Set up nice and straight. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Grab your big toes. Inhale. Lift the legs. Head back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, legs together. Exhale, cross. Pull the knees in. Lean weight forward. Chaturanga. Up dog. And then down dog. Hips to the sky. Float forward. Set down. So as we sit down here, go ahead and slowly lay down onto your back. Bridge pose. Lift your hips up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Hips come down. Extend your legs forward. Fish pose. Lifting the heart up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Slowly lay down. Viparita Karani. Legs straight up. 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Bend the knees, grab your big toes. Nanda Balasana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep your big toes. Draw your weight back towards your shoulders. Inhale. As you exhale, roll up and find your seated posture towards the front of the mat. So lotus or half lotus, find just a couple moments in stillness. And then from here, let's go ahead and bring our hands to heart center. And before we move on to our Savasana, let's go ahead and do our final mantra. Take a deep breath, inhaling. Swasti prajabhya pare palayantam nayena margena mahem maheshaha gopramanebhya shubhamastu nityam loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. As you're ready, finding your back for Shavasana. So resting on your back. Letting any stress that you might be holding, let it shed like water off of a duck's back. We'll give about 4 more minutes and then we'll do our extra work. So just be calm for a couple more minutes. So if you've been in your Savasana for a while and you are planning for that to be the end of your practice today, that's perfectly fine. Just go ahead and rest there. Maybe hit pause or stop the video. If you're ready to move on towards your handstands, and gently waking up the eyes, starting to find a little bit of movement, fingertips, toes. So it's always truly an honor for me to lead you through your practice. Wherever you're at in your practice, just make sure to cultivate it on a daily basis. It truly is an honor to be with you here this morning. And I wish you a wonderful, beautiful day, and namaste. So handstands. All right, so handstands are one of those postures that I think more people want to do than mainly because there's something intriguing about being up on your hands and being able to create that liftedness away from the floor. Ideally, we would stand on our legs. That's what they're made for, and our arms are not necessarily supposed to support our whole entire body weight. They're more functionally for picking up other things, right? That's why they have phalanges, right? But we want to use our phalanges in our handstands as well, so we want to almost to make like little tiger claws out of our hands. And so we really want to use them as brakes when we're jumping up so that we don't float too hard. At the same time, we want to engage and extend. So as we push up towards the ceiling, we want to feel, or towards the floor, we want to feel a protraction in the shoulder blades, which means the shoulder blade's going to move forward and in. The bottom part of the shoulder blade right back here is actually going to cup towards the space out in front of you. And then once we're in the posture, so that's the setup for the shoulders, the heart moves forward. But then once we're in the posture, we want to feel the push up out, which might feel like the shoulder, the armpit broadens a little bit, which is fine. But we want to start the protraction first. So it's just like if my arms are up here, the under part of the scapula is moving forward, arms up, and then pushing up, which will broaden them just a little bit. And so both of those actions at the same time. Almost always when we're thinking about yoga asana, we're thinking about adding 2 patterns simultaneously to create the full pose. All right, I'm gonna adjust the camera for just a moment here. All right. Okay, so here's our handstand. Some of you might have worked on these with me before, so it'll be a refresher. And so what we first want to do is we want to mark the length of our legs. I realize this is a shorter room here, and so my heels are where my feet are going to go, where my hands are going to go. So with my hands at my feet my hips at the lower back at the wall, I know that that's the length of my hands. And so I want to bring my hands out in front and then take a down dog with my legs up the wall. And so coming to that 90-degree angle. Push into the floor. Shoulder blades automatically want to squeeze together, so I broaden them, and then I puff up through the kidneys. I want to feel that kidney puff out so that I'm not doing this back bend. That feels good for the shoulders, but it's not good for the core. Squeeze your abdominals in. Remember, we didn't do boat pose, so we should feel plenty of energy there. Stay in it for maybe another minute, right? So push your arms long. Pull the navel back. Feel your core engaged. Maybe 2 more breaths. And then release down. Pause for a moment. All right, and let's do it one more time. Maybe not quite as long. Hands down on the floor. So again, find that same hand placement. Root them into the floor. Press through your fingers. Lift up your legs. 90-degree angle. Down dog. Try not to melt your heart through too much. Instead, push into the floor. Push into the wall to the point that you feel your feet almost come off the wall. Lift your kidneys, your tailbone. 3, 4, and then 5. Release down. Check out your wrists if you need to. So that's the first part. You can work on that for some period of time. It's a good core strengthener. It also helps to build a kind of awareness in our core that we really need to work on that. Generally, down in the lower part of the abdomen, we get a nice engagement. If we think about them, again, I like to use the analogy mainly because it makes sense for people. It's like you have those sandwich swords, and you take one of them and you push them in here, right there, just to the inside of your hip, and then right above the pubic bone. And so there's a spot right in there. You should feel that when we do that exercise. It's like we take a sandwich sword and we push them in, and it helps to hold our waist in space, but it also kind of becomes a marker, like a little bit of a flag. And so thinking in terms of making that a point of awareness, but also a place where we hold our body kind of together. So the second one, very similar. This time we want to bring our mat almost to the wall so that we have just a little bit of space between the front of the mat and that's where my hands are going to go. So I want to be pretty close to that space. Even 3 inches or so is not too far. Then our hands press into the mat. And what I want to be able to do is press my entire back body flat against the wall. And that's going to help me engage a little bit more. Because of the angles here, I'm not able to look at the floor, which is where we ideally would look if we were doing a handstand in general. Instead, I'm going to have to look out in front of me so that my back of my head will be on the floor. So from here, or not on the floor, on the wall. So pressing into the floor, push your arms long, come up onto your toes. And then this my left leg is going to be my brake. It's going to catch me so I don't push a hole through the wall. So from here, heel is kind of lifted towards the wall. Bend your right leg so you have springiness, right? And then floating up. Catch the foot. Now pushing against the wall. Then look up towards your toes a little bit. Adjust your hands if you need. And then press your entire body flat. We're building 2 more markers. More up next to your rib cage this time. 2, 3, 4, and then 5. And come on down. It's a lot more intense for the wrist, so I usually don't do it more than the one time, although you're free to do so, obviously. Yeah, I think that more that you do that, the more awareness you build, and really, in more ways than one, our practice is about becoming more and more intelligent and much more aware of our body, how we participate as we move through time and space. And so it's a super useful action. And again, it's a lot of compression on the front side of the wrists, and so or back side of the wrists. And so we want to make sure that we're gentle with our wrists here. Eventually, they should strengthen up. All right. So third one, shin bone width distance away from the wall. So I want to make sure I'm about at that space where my shins are that way. I'm going to turn around and I'm going to face out as I do this posture. But what I want to feel is I want to feel my about my legs to be about this way, so they're at a 90-degree angle, and so I mark that here. So then that's where my hands go. As I kick up, I'm going to try to keep my hips away from the wall, but I'm just going to put my heels together right at the wall. So pushing into the floor, make sure your grip is strong. Protract the shoulder blades. Look down at the floor right in between the thumbs or thereabouts, long through the spine, and then come up into a little bit of a down dog. Prepare your kick. Right, so from here, whichever leg's coming up, bend the knee, lift the knee towards the sky, and then float up into that, so you're at 90 degrees with the knees. And so I'm here. Now you'll notice my butt sticks back behind, so I want to take and I want to pull my tailbone towards the sky, pulling with my heels on the wall. So I'm going to pull up, then take one leg up and squeeze. Find those 4 points in the abdomen and engage them. Squeeze in. Press your pubic bone up, but then the tailbone reaches up. And then maybe you switch them out. Maybe you squeeze the knees together and you push both legs up to the sky. You hold. Arms long. Push them into the floor. Come down when you're ready. Right? And so that's another way to start to situate your perspective or your orientation. So now you are able to get up on the hands. Maybe it'll take a little bit before you're able to hold that for an extended period of time, but it's a good way to start to orientate yourself. Always kind of baby step your way into these postures, building awareness as you start to build the strength. There's always a tendency for people to try to get up against the wall and then in a haphazard way try to find themselves away from the wall. And really, it's better if you build awareness inside the body and a more of an intelligent approach to it. All right, so from there, we want to cultivate a kind of action in our core that looks a lot more like boat pose than it looks like just one long straight line or a standing posture. So I'll demonstrate that one more time, give you an opportunity to do it, okay? So as I come into the floor, about the same width away from the wall, I'm gonna find that same 90 degrees with my hands, or with my feet on the wall. So from there, I come up, I catch myself, right? And then from here, I want to find this piking of the waist. So it's easy to do a little bit of a banana boat back bend, but I want to hug in with my knees and find that little bit of a pike. The pubic bone reaches up, but then I want my tailbone to reach up. I find that pike at the waist, and then I reaching long through the legs. All right, so we want to eliminate that little bit of a back bend. Okay, so now the full variation of the handstanding posture. I'll try to demonstrate good way, bad way, and then let you go for it. All right, so from here, I'm going to try first the bad way, which is just the less efficient way at this point. All right, so from here, finding your down dog, come forward a little bit so you're looking right in between your thumbs. And then the bad way, I'm going to kick up and I'm going to find myself in an arcing pose, more of a banana. So I arc and I just kind of hold my way up into a handstand. So I'm arcing. From there, however, I want to find the pike in the waist. So I pull my belly back. I find those 4 points and I push into the floor. As I push into the floor, I arc through my core. My core should feel powerfully strong and engaged. So I want to feel those 4 points pulling in. As they pull in, my body will take this form more. Now, a more embodied, stronger engagement, preparing me to do other things. And so thinking in terms of hugging in and then reaching long. Those two actions together should help to create what would be kind of the conditions for your handstand. And so from there, I'm going to let you work on your handstands a little bit. We want to make sure that we're comfortable with how we work on kind of working a process. There's lots of different processes, lots of different ways to work on some postures. In this case, for me, this is just a series of postures that build a kind of an intelligent awareness that I think is most useful when it comes to building a handstand practice. And so work with those a little bit. Let me know how it goes. after you've finished with your handstand work, then make sure you take time to take a little bit of savasana, rest a little bit, allow whatever you've done for the day, because just simply waking up and practicing is a victory in and of itself. So make sure you give yourself an opportunity to kind of digest that effort and allow yourself to be just be present for a moment, resting on the floor. So with that, beautiful work, everyone. Again, let me know how it goes. As always, it's truly an honor to be able to lead you through your practice, whether it's from my home studio or whether it's from YogaPod, which hopefully will be there soon. But beautiful work. Much love. Namaste.